And amazing, wonderful called for a purpose. May the peace of the Lord be with you. May the face of the Lord shine upon you. May whatever righteous you do, may it prosper. Amen. As I welcome you to call for a purpose today, always remember to affirm to yourself that I am called for a purpose. I am born for a reason, and I must live to achieve that purpose and reason that I was born, because the Lord is with you. Welcome in. As I welcome every one of you, today we are going to talk about the secret of Jacob's wealth, the secret of Jacob's success. There is always a story behind everything. And that is why my great call for a purpose, people of God, never envy anybody, because you don't know what they have gone through to be where they are, where you think that they're enjoying without knowing what they have passed through behind the scene. Never envy anybody, even on this our YouTube thing and all these our social media things, because you don't know what they are investing. You don't know what they have gone through to be where they are today. If I tell you that some YouTubers, social media, anchors, if I tell you that some of them are spending thousands, even in hundreds, on monthly basis to pay all the things they are outsourcing to be where they are today, you will not believe that. So never you allow yourself to be envious, but be moved and be enticed, and to be have the zeal and the courage to be like them. But never you envy anybody, because you don't know where they are coming from. So today we are going to talk about Jacob's secret of wealth, as well as Gideon. These two men is where we are going to take our point of contact today. So in the book of Genesis chapter 30 is where we are going to take our first reference. Genesis chapter 30. This place is talking about during the time of Jacob. Jacob has served Laban for the first 7 years. 7 is a number of completion. The second year for misleading him to marry a one that he did not love. And now another 7 years. And this man was pissed. But he have to apply wisdom. What is this thing telling you and I is that there is a time you need a strategy, not to be running your mouth, not to be angry, but you need a strategy to beat your enemy to their own game. So Jacob have to apply wisdom. The wisdom Jacob applied was, he now said to Laban, okay, Laban, I have served you diligently. What you are going to do for me now is, I want you to, now that you said that I'm not going to leave, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to allow me to, separate your animals, because that is what he was helping him to rear, is his cattle. He said, allow me to separate them. So he separated between the one that I have the brown, the spot and things like that. The one that he separated was very few, but God have already given him an idea. I don't know the idea in your mind, in your heart, but you are still under two opinion. If you are going to go with it, I'm going to give you the secret. So Gideon, in verse 31, he said, so he is verse 31, he says, so he said, what shall I give you? And Jacob said, you shall not give me anything. If you will do this for me, I will gain, feed and keep your flocks. Let me pass through all your flocks today, removing from there all the speckled and spotted sheep and all the brown ones among the lambs, and the spotted and speckled among the goats, and these shall be my wages. So my righteousness will answer for me in time to come. And 34, and Laban said, oh, that it were according to your word. But he didn't know the secret of Jacob requesting this. So Jacob have already had a revelation. He went to the bush and he cut about 3 different trees. 3 different, it's like a rod or a log. So when these animals want to conceive, Jacob will place these whole things inside the stream of the gutter water passing through where they drink. And this makes this animal to bear strong animals and in their numbers. That was the secret of Jacob. Jacob had to find a secret to beat Laban in his own game. So I don't know what is disturbing you. The same thing in the book of Judges chapter 6 verse Verse 36. So Gideon said to God, if you will save Israel by my hand, as you have said, look, I shall put a frieze of wool on the threshing floor. If there is dew on the frieze only, and it is dry all in the ground, then I shall know that you will save Israel by my hand, as you have said. And it was so when he rose early in the morning. And Gideon repeated, if you read down to the end of it, Gideon repeated this very practice. And God delivered the enemies of Israel in the hand of Gideon. The same thing. Before you know what was going on, the lambs and the sheep, the goats of Jacob expanded beyond Laban's imagination. What was their secret? They have to inquire of the Lord. First, you have to inquire, is the trend, is the niche, is where you are now, is that where God wants you to be? Is that the right place for you? So I'm going to give you a secret that bring about this new change that are going on in this channel. So I stumble on something very, very simple, but very, very effective. So it is the doing of an onions. Like now, you are having a two opinion of the niche to follow, the course to read in the school. Even in marriage, you have about 2 or 3 people, your eyes is on them. And you are disturbed. Or business. You want to follow a business, but you have more than 2 or 3 business ideas in your mind, and you don't know how to go about it. So I picked up an onions. Almost every one of us will eat onions. So I write down, like now, I say, okay, I want to do in stock. I want to deal with financial and business studies. I want to do this. So you write that thing in your mind. Write it down. Remember, the Bible says in the book of this that you should write the vision down. Never you miss that. Always write your vision down. So as you write it down, you bring an onions and you divide it into 2. So you get a pin, an office pin, whatever kind of pin. Then each of those courses, each of those ideas, you stick it in half of these onions. You stick it this one or this. So I did about 6. Out of the 6 that I did, different ideas, different niches, different business ideas and things like that. It was about 6 of them. So you hide it in a very corner where no family members, that is going to be like an outskirts environment where your kids, your husband, they will not be asking you questions, or your wife, things like that. So I hide it in a small closet in my single bathrooms downstairs. So that is where I hide the onions for 1 week. So let me show you the experiments. Out of 6 of them, this one has things to do with these changes on this. This had been in my mind, and remember, this is the area where I studied. This one was exported. This one also has to do with the trading. Then this one has to do with business ideas. This one is sprouting a little if you look at it. So that was what I did. Then the remaining 3 are nothing like they came from a different planet. So that now removed the burden of the worries. Which way will I follow? How do I do it? How do I go about it? Jacob tried the angel that visited him. Did you see what happened? Jacob tried the angel. So as you write your vision down, try it out. Also, Gideon tried the angel that visited him. Jacob had to find a way to outsmart his uncle and also his father-in-law from using him over and over again. So these are the men from the Bible aspect of life. And so many men out there that are inspiring you to move ahead, to forge ahead, and to get ahead, and to crush this very life in a positive way. I don't know who they are, But I just gave you the tips and the strategies that I used, and oh my goodness, the whole body, even the line I am already inside was crushed out. I was like, wow. You see why most of the time we're in something, dangling with double opinion. We are struggling inside us. There is a whispering in our inner mind telling us that this is where we're supposed to be. But the environment, but the pressure, but the family, but I'm already familiar with. There is a familiarity that God wanted just for a season. Know when a course, know where you are a judge for a season. And after that season, you have to move on. There are people that come to your life. They come for a season. And when that season is over, they decided to part ways. Some of us will try to cling on to them. But God is telling you, let them go because they are in your life for a season. Not a seasonal time. Not a seasonal hobby. Not a seasonal niche. Not a seasonal career. Many people today are not eating with the course they read in their colleges, in their universities, and even in their masters. After gaining the knowledge, God now reversed and directed them where they want to go. So I want you to, as you are meditating on this, understanding there are so many methods out there you can use to remove skepticism and the double-mindedness in you. If today is your first time watching this very channel, I want you to go ahead and smack the red button, click the notification bell, and click all. So whenever we upload, you'll be able to notify. This is the secret of Jacob and Gideon for them to outsmart their enemy and they excel in life. Remember, failing is not the problem, but the problem is for you not to try. A good man leaves inheritance for his children and for his children's children. May our labor not be in vain. May we be crowned with the effort of what we have put in. I will see you on my next video. I love you all and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. If the video interests you, please share.